Hello, and welcome to today's session, Golf Essentials. What's in your golf bag? Okay, first of all, let's go over that you need a golf bag. You can't just show up to the golf course with a fistful of golf clubs and expect to play. You're not organized, you're just dropping your clubs everywhere. You have no sense of organization, and it's not fun to play without a golf bag. So, let's get that out of the way. So, first, you'll need a golf bag. And the reason for your golf bag is for organization and storage of your golf clubs and a bunch of other things we'll talk about. So, rules alert, players are allowed to have 14 golf clubs. That's the maximum number of clubs you're allowed to have in your golf bag, 14. So an example, 14 clubs you should have in your golf bag: driver, hybrid, putter, 3-iron, 5-iron, 6-iron, 7-iron, 8-iron, 9-iron, pitching wedge, gap wedge, sand and lob wedge. So that's 14 clubs. You allow maximum 14 clubs to go over the max, but definitely go to the max. You don't want to be ill-equipped on the golf course and missing the club that you may need to hit a shot. So definitely carry the max of 14 golf clubs in your golf bag, and actually use a golf bag too. All right, so let's get into golf balls. The number of golf balls in your golf bag should equal the number of holes you're playing divided by 3. So if you're playing, let's say, 9 holes, 9 holes divided by 3 is 3 golf balls. So that's the minimum number of golf balls you should have in your bag. You should never go to the golf course with the minimum amount of golf balls. I'm just saying this is the bottom baseline of what you need to carry with you. And also, side note, if you have funny math, you probably shouldn't be playing golf. Nobody likes a golf buddy that has funny math. It's just not fun to be with or play with. So yeah, just definitely the 1/3 rule. Just always follow that when you're headed to play golf. So if you're playing 18 holes, have at least 6 golf balls in your golf bag, which is 2 sleeves and a dozen. The sleeve consists of 3 golf balls. So 2 sleeves of golf balls at least in your golf bag if you're playing 18 holes. So always follow that 3rd rule. What's the 3rd rule? The number of holes you're playing divided by 3 equals the number of golf balls, the minimum number of golf balls you should have in your golf bag. Now we're going to talk about golf towels. Golf towels don't necessarily have to be what's labeled as a golf towel. You don't have to go to the store and get an actual golf towel if you don't want to. A lot of times, regular towels, bath towels, or hand towels do the job well. I even use hotel towels. I don't condone stealing, but they do the job just fine. If you go to your local Walmart, Target, Macy's, whatever department stores you like to shop at, you can just get an inexpensive towel and you can use it for golf. But the main thing with golf towels is when you get to the golf course, make sure you dip one end of the towel in water. So that gives you a moist side of the towel that you can use to wipe your golf clubs down with. That keeps your golf clubs nice and clean. You don't have to worry about trying to find a specific place to wash them. Just as soon as your clubs get dirty, just wipe them down with that wet side of the golf towel, and you're perfectly fine. Now the dry side you can use for a multitude of things. You can actually, on hot days when your forehead's sweaty, your arms, hands are sweaty, you can wipe your hands on that dry towel. Give you something quick and easy to dry your hands with, dry your grips with if you need to. But definitely the most important part of the golf towel is that wet side. Keep it wet so that you can actually clean your golf clubs regularly, because your golf clubs get dirty through the course of a round. So you want to make sure they get cleaned regularly with that wet side of the golf club. Now, let's talk about the golf tee. So the golf tee, which is this, preferably wooden, preferably the long tees as well, because long tees can become short, but short tees can't magically become long. So you want to make sure you get long tees preferably, and tees actually have multiple purposes. You can actually clean the golf club faces inside the grooves, and the groove is just like a carved part of the club face. I'll show you in a second. And also, just make sure you keep a few of these in your pocket. Keep at least 3 or 4 in your pocket throughout the course of the round, and that makes everything better for you. And also, with that being said, you want to get into divot tools. So divot tools are what allows you to fix the ball marks on the greens. So your ball lands on the green, boom, and creates a ball mark. So the divot tool allows you to fix that ball mark on the green. Pretty easy. Just stick in, twist, a little flick of the wrist, and you can fix it. So the main rule with the golf course rule really is leave the course better than you've received it. So basically, if you see a divot in the golf tee, I'm sorry, on the golf green, fix yours, and if you see another one, just fix that one too. Because the smoother the green, the smoother the golf experience. Nobody wants to play on bumpy greens because people forgot to fix their divots. Just fix your divot in somebody else's that may have forgot for whatever reason, but just make it, try to leave the golf, especially the golf green, try to leave that as smooth as possible. Nobody likes a bumpy green because your golf ball bumps all over the place. You're not able to have a consistent roll. So that's very important. So now with the golf marker, which can be a coin or, what have you, you want to make sure, and that allows you to mark behind the golf ball. So when you get to the green, you can actually mark your ball, pick it up, clean it, and place it back if you need to. So the golf ball marker, which can be a coin or an actual ball marker, can be used, or whatever you designate as a marker. You can use a tee as a ball marker as well. Anything you leave behind the golf ball that will leave its place so that you can place the ball right back to where you left it is perfectly okay. So those are some tools of the golf bag that you need. Tees, ball markers, and divot tools are perfect. Now see, side note, a golf tee can also be a divot tool. It just needs something to stick in the ground that can push that dirt over top of itself, the green over top of itself, so that it leaves a smooth surface on top of the green. So a tee, if you don't have a divot tool right away, you can still stick a tee in the green and kind of pry that grass up to leave a nice smooth surface and just pat it down and step on it. Perfectly fine. All right, and now let's get into snacks. So snacks on the golf course. I'm a big fan of snacking on the golf course, not actually physically eating big meals. But I'm definitely a fan of snacking on the golf course. So if you want to keep some snacks in your bag, just make sure you eat all the snacks that same day. Do not, by any means or any time, leave snacks in your bag overnight or till the next round, because you don't want any surprises the next time you go to grab your golf clubs, whether it's the next day or the next year. You don't want any surprises in your golf bag. So definitely before the round is over, make sure when you get your keys and cell phone out of your bag, make sure you clean those snacks out of your bag as well. You don't want any surprises. That's not a good surprise, by the way. Don't play around with that. Just get those snacks out of there. And as far as medicine as well, there is that you should have a compartment in a little bag, even if it's a plastic bag, that contains all your medicine. You just shove it all in that little plastic baggie and put it in a specific department in a specific pocket in your bag, and just make sure that it is readily accessible to you in case of an emergency. So just a small little bag. If you want to get like a reusable bag, that's fine too. But just a small little plastic bag with your Band-Aids, EpiPen, ibuprofen, whatever you need. Just make sure it's all together in a specific compartment in your bag. That's easily accessible for you, or if someone else needs to access it, they know how to get to it. That's the main thing. Now, golf essentials. What's in your pockets when you golf? Maybe we should first talk about what shouldn't be in your pocket. You don't need any cell phones, you don't need any keys, you don't need any wallets, you don't need any mints, gum, all that stuff you don't readily need in your pockets while you're golfing. You can shove that in a specific compartment in your bag. You don't need, cell phones. Okay, I get it. You can have your cell phone out. You may not need it in your pockets, but you can have it out in your bag or readily accessible for you. I know not a lot of us can go 4 or 5 hours without checking our cell phones. I get it. So you can have your cell phone, but your wallet, your gum, your car keys, house keys, all that stuff, you can just shove it in your bag in a specific compartment that's safe. Don't worry about it. Okay? So you don't want a whole lot of bulk in your pockets. Just make sure you just keep your pockets bulk free. It's hard to swing with a whole bunch of stuff in your pockets, okay? So now let's talk about what's in your pocket. You should have 2 golf tees at least, a divot tool, a ball marker, and a golf ball. And all that should be in your dominant side pocket. So if you're right-handed, which I am, your golf equipment, your golf tees, divot tool, golf ball should all be in your dominant side pocket. Because trying to fish out of your pocket in your dominant side on your gloved hand, it's kind of hard to fish stuff out of your pocket in your gloved hand. So the same thing goes for your scorecard. Your scorecard and pencil, because those should be readily available as well, because you're keeping your score every hole. You should easily be able to access that and just put that in your back. If you're right-handed, in your back right pocket. If you're left-handed, in your back left pocket. Whatever your dominant side is, keep your golf essentials, which are your tees, your 2 tees, your golf divot tool, your marker, and your golf ball. Keep that in your dominant side front pocket, and keep your scorecard and your pencil in your dominant side back pocket. So if you're left-handed, that's your left side. If you're right hand, that's your right side. So your non-dominant, your gloved hand side should be free and clear of anything. You shouldn't have anything in that particular pocket because it's kind of hard to get through your golf ball with stuff in that specific pocket. But it's just easier to access things in your non-gloved hand because your gloved hand will be gloved most of the round, so you don't want to have to dig through your pocket with that gloved hand. It's very important to keep that gloved hand free and clear of any stuff. I think that's pretty much it. So everyone, I hope these golf tips helped you out a lot, and I hope this makes you a little more successful on the golf course, and it gives you kind of an inside scoop into what you need, what you don't need in your golf bag and in your pockets. Hopefully this helps you out and gives you some tools as to what you need in your golf bag. And the specific purpose of this video was to keep your bag light and organized, because a lot of times, especially when you first start out playing golf, you have way too much stuff in your golf bag. So just keep it nice and light and strictly what you need, nothing more. And just make sure you guys have a good time, have fun with this game. I don't want to bog you down with details. I want to free your mind up so you can actually worry about having a good time on the golf course and having fun and playing well. All right? Stay tuned.